taking the other approach. Rather than yelling, he's trying to make them laugh, have some fun, trying to show some personality. But we're going to sound off the war drums and get ready to roll. Nuke, what a place to be between these two teams. That stat you listed, 11-2 VP, 7-1 G2 on it this year is revealing, and it should make for an epic game.
Well, we'll have a look as to who indeed did win the knife, considering that's a G2 spray in spawn. I would say the French, indeed. It's going to be Kenny S, I guess the saboteur of the VP side. He is a fantastic AWPer on D-Nuke, and there's the first headshot. Shoxy caught in a difficult position, but how has he won the duel at 9 HP? One more bullet would have done it from Bialy, but he couldn't land it. Just to know the Julies are out as well, but it's a 5-on-4. Oh, all right. Bit of Russian for you here.
I speak Russian.
Don't translate it.
I won't. Apex tries to fire into the smoke. They drop down and bypass him. That will allow a bomb plant for VP at the very least, despite losing that duel, as you said, in an improbable fashion outside to Shox. Taz gets ready for it. He'll hold off reverse secret, make sure that the retake is taken down quickly. This ends Shox first for a reason. They trade off of it, and he doesn't do any further damage to the second players. So they end essentially where they were. 4 versus 3 rather than 5 versus 4. Neo takes down Body quickly, however, that changes everything. And Apex already in the site. They know those doors are closed. Smoke off wide so that it covers Toxic, and Kenny's waiting. It's a perfect position, but they're not ready for Neo. No. He actually tagged it, but he didn't finish through. And G2 get the defuse. He might have had it with 1 or 2 more bullets.
Did he run out of bullets there? Why did he give up on the commitment there, trying to stop the diffuser? I think he did enough to maybe assume he'd taken him off the defuse itself, but that looked like it was a Virtus Pro round. Good smoke on the bomb, but it seemed like it was recoverable at that point, but Neo doubts himself, falls back, and it's the Julies that find a few kills towards the end, and we've got a force buy in the second round. We saw this from G2 on Cash. You get the bomb down there and a few kills, you can bring a couple of AKs here. You have to mix things around and drop guns and buy armor, but this can work. 3 rifles for G2, but they're FAMASes, no M4s available, a couple of MP9s. Pretty equal in terms of the firepower, if you break it down like that. To get into it, this is going to be a crazy round. They haven't fired a bullet yet, so G2 unaware. As Pasha makes his way outside with those dual elites, it's going to be Kenny S to defend with the FAMAS in hand. Hasn't spotted anyone yet as he looks towards the catwalk. And we'll head towards the ramp, and now the game is up. They know the AKs are out.
And BK waits to let them walk in, and he will make no mistake finding the headshot with the FAMAS on the right. Back over to the left to take down Taz. Bomb goes down as well, and the flank from Kenny. Not a spectacular spray, but makes it work against Neo. Body should be the one to find Passion. No, not quite, but definitely hear him drop down. Quite the thud. Vents. He'll die. Oh, really checks for Shox, but he will die indeed. He will go down. Shox getting the kill. 2-0 for G2, starting out CT side. So the start that they needed in the desk was that, I think Chad's theory, they needed to get back into it immediately.
Yeah, they're a team that doesn't recover well from deficits, G2. That's what their kind of running sentiment normally is in playoffs. If they have a bad start, like they did on both halves of Cash, the games can fall out of hand. But they get the 2-0 here. They deny a victory with the force buy. That was an interesting idea from Virtus Pro. Bomb down. It's the unexpected play. But if it doesn't work out, it means you miss out on, obviously, the AKs in this round, which is the more conservative approach. Round 3, full eco, PD-50s and some Glocks, no armor, no nades, of course, and the Julies for Shox. He picked those up off Flash's corpse. Bomb down, and it should be quite the quick round as Kenny S coming to back things up as well. 1 kill comes through for the VP side, but I think that's probably it. Apex and MBK to finish things off, and that's the start they needed. The 3-0 secure. They'll have decent money here. Bit of a bonus situation as well. They'll probably bring out the AWP and give that to Kenny. He'll drop his SMG, or the FAMAS, I believe he had. And now, maybe a pause comes through. If you're just joining us, what a way to kick things off. G2's map pick, Virtus Pro pick it up. And the MVP so far has to be Pasha with that AWP. What a game that was. What a tournament it's been for him. Snack's normally the superstar of this team. He's had one of the worst performances we've seen from him in a very long time. But the team is working very well as a unit. And we'll go into the first gun round here. AK's out. It's definitely not as strong as they should be because you can see a lack of utility. Support outside. Yes, for the AWP ramp this time. Shoxy can't do anything about them getting towards Secret. But only 1 player there. That's going to be indeed Pasha with the AK.
Kenny hit the opening shot toward Turnpike, goes back out. Bialy's next in line. It's a shooting gallery, and eventually the shots will miss. Neo does get 1 back, but for the opening gun round, tremendous contribution from Kenny S as Pasha goes back in toward Annex. He gets flanked out by Shocks on an MP9 of all weapons, despite having an AK-47. Versus 4 for Neo. Definitely has Shocks down. So no upgrade free to an AK from Shocks because the MP9, remember, he dropped over for it, but Body will certainly upgrade his FAMAS, and they'll pick up yet another round. The first gun round goes G2's way as well.
Lovely stuff by Kenny S there. Neo left in those 3 versus 1s. He's had some magnificent clutches in playoffs and big tournaments, but not meant to be this time. 4-0 will come through. No bomb plant going down there. 4th stage loss bonus, meaning you get $2,900 into the round, as reflected on the scoreboard right now. And round number 5 is looking likely to be a partial buy here. They'll have maximum loss bonus next. So they can bring out the AWPs and have a decent buy. The first gun round, they were limited. Had AKs and a few smokes, sure, but didn't have the Molotovs or anything for post-plant. Didn't even get that far as they went towards the ramp. Objective of this round, get that bomb down. That's going to be all that's really possible for them, but they lose the first frag. They'll walk towards Secret. Probably the best place to go. You can trade a frag down there. Likely you can plant behind the silo. Good smoke from Apex, so it buys him some time.
Through. Door closed, opened again inwardly, if I'm not mistaken, as we snapped away. I think he's going to try and play that headshot angle on stairs.
Also, it's not such a beneficial angle for the T's as they come out. They have to go obviously wider. Can't use the door for protection.
Apex. Actually going to play the off angle instead and hug the wall. Works out, makes no mistake, and again, and it's not quite the 3rd time.
Shots. It's going to secure the round. Gets one back with that CZ, but like he said, getting the bomb down here is the first port of call for VP. Still possibility. It would take Kenny S missing a couple of shots here. That doesn't happen too often. Looks like this is secure. 30 seconds remaining. Just waiting for a mistake to be made. Pasha finds an AK-47, but not for long. One Neo in the vents, just hoping to find someone out of position. He has got the bomb. He could actually sneak upstairs. I'm not sure. Obviously, the minimap always a little bit confusing on this one. Taken down by MBK in the end. Nice shot from him. 5-0. This is where G2 shine. When they get these sort of starts, the money's in their favor, momentum is shifted towards them. 3rd map will be Inferno. And that will be fantastic, but still very early days here. We won't get too carried away. Technical pause. 2nd semi-final of the day.
Our final game of today. We only have the 2 semi-finals. Tomorrow we play our consolation match. 3rd place. And then our grand final.
SK Gaming already waiting. What a game that was against Astralis.
Yep, with Bolts on board for this event as well.
Oh.
Could we get Bolts versus VP?
Could happen.
Two unlikely storylines. I mean, you have to consider as well, with the troubles that Virtus Pro have online, Na'Vi in a bit of a slump suffered the same fate. If they weren't invited to this event, would they even have qualified?
No, I don't think they would have done. Their online play is where the slump really comes out the most.
And yet they might have a chance at berth in the finals.
Like qualifying for this tournament was horrible, remember? You had to go for like
ruthless.
15 maps, I think it was, total to actually make it, not even to the tournament itself, to get to the wildcard spot. So that's where FaZe came from. They had to play against Tyloo to actually, at the event, to actually get in the group stages. Same story for Liquid as well against Vega. They managed to do it, the favorites got through, but still, coming all the way to the event to play 1 best of 3 potentially, like Tyloo did, it's a rough tournament to get into if you don't get invited.
Apparently Tyloo was boot camping in Europe. Just
yeah, I don't think they expected to get much further. They had to actually go to the minor straight, like 2 days ago, right? So I don't think they were expecting to get very deep into the tournament regardless. They were already in Europe, yes, you're absolutely right. As to what the issue is right now. Headsets are on, which is usually a good sign. It's when the seats are reclined, headsets are off, conversations being had, that's when we get a little bit worried. But I can hear team chat ticking away as well, so presumably be underway momentarily. Hopefully no need for a match medic. It's Snax, 0-5 right now, not those flattering stats, but they are 0-5 down. As we mentioned, he has had a very difficult tournament for himself, but here they are in the semi-finals. Yep. Picking up a little bit of the slack. Got a few G2 fans are there. I would say Virtus Pro being a Russian-based organization, they would be the hometown heroes.
Yeah, I think that's definitely true, and it seems to be more clear in my ear when we're hearing the Virtus Pro fan, or rather, when we hear fans cheer for Virtus Pro's play. Seems a bit louder than that of G2, just as SK's cheers were surprisingly louder than Astralis. I didn't know what to expect on that front.
It's true.
Would I lie?
I don't think so.
It's not really in my DNA to do so. Apparently we're at a rave. Hearing a lot of chatter. Hopefully we'll get back underway as a result of it. Pasha sits back. The king of map 1, undoubtedly.
Stats are right now 2 kills, 4 deaths.
Bit early.
Yeah, well, we're random mistakes. I guess you can find out, and they've lost every single round so far. Difficult to get rolling once you lose a pistol. Jan starting to come in for the Polish side. What a story it's been this tournament. Starting to doubt whether they've still got it anymore, but here they are once again in a semi-final, 1 map up, and already knocked out the world's #1 team. FaZe, very disappointing result considering the results they've had in previous tournaments. The run, so many records broken for them. First, the map streak went down, the series streak, then the playoff streak. Slowly but surely. Pro. That's a nice little sign. Got the baguettes on there as well, hand drawn. I like that. Well played. Got to respect that.
Absolutely. If that is indeed, it is that. That is hand drawn. Wow, that's really good. That looks tasty. I'd have some bruschetta on that baguette.
One of my favorite players.
You have been singing his
praises. I think
Counter-Strike
Counter-Strike purists, like when they watch him play, like he just, it's nothing that's too exceptional, right? It's just really smart decision making, holding bomb sites in the correct way, just following the rules of CS, and the fundamentals are all there. And it's rare he'll ever be like the star of a series or have the most amount of frags or anything like that, the craziest clutches. He's just good for 1 or 2 kills, and like he's just a solid member, a safe pair of hands to have in your team. Still sat down, which is good news, as I mentioned. NES on your screen right now. Some fun. Spinning around. Still paused. Still throw weapons. So everyone's still on the server. So we've got a bit of information there. No one's disconnected. Headset maybe resolved. That was possibly Bialy that had the issue.
Booth is well removed from each other. No chance that they'll have flashbang exploitation here.
Yeah,
can't even see each other. Yeah, with a large television set up in the middle.
It means it is quite the walk to go shake hands.
It is. It was the first thing I noticed after the Astralis game because SK like won it. You knew Astralis wasn't going to leave the booth because they were going to be disappointed with the way in which they lost the second map. And I was like, that's going to take like 5 minutes to get there.
Yeah,
they're not going to meet you halfway.
Well, we're back underway, ladies and gentlemen. It is 5-0 here in the second map. VP currently up 1-0, as you can see at the top of your screen. And we'll have the AWP of Pasha, something that was so influential in the first map. How does it? Round number 6 here. Looking for Kenny on the catwalk right now. Isn't necessarily challenging too much. I think he's actually towards ramp again from what I can see on the minimap. And Apex has had a fantastic tournament so far. He's not in the heart of MBK patrolling secret.
Molotov lands on the stairwell. Counter smoke thrown toward behind the red crepe. It's Annex that's covered off and Shocks as well. Behind the boxes, perhaps they should have covered off Secret as well because he immediately walking out. MBK finds 2 kills. It's finally responded by Bialy with 5-0 and a 1-man lead early for G2. It was never going to be easy for VP. And T-side struggling to pick up a pistol and find rounds early as well. It could only get worse. There's a very passive angle toward the ramp. There will be pressure applied by walking through, but now the AWP has to wrap back around, and Kenny pulls out and finds Bialy outside on the catwalk. Good find from Taz. Eventually did get the position as a result. However, he needs to do better than just that. Gets caught up on the ladder. Gets found from the rafters. Oh my goodness, body. I thought he was going to whiff altogether.
Managed to put it off. I mean, Snacks now in the 3 versus 1. Nothing really happening that round. It was Pasha given the task of finding the opening pick outside. Really didn't get anything going at all. MBK shuts him down from Secret. Snacks might get a plan here, you know. He has managed to sneak down towards lower. In this iteration, a Nuke can palm behind this silo just like that. Couldn't do that before. Bomb down. He could actually win this round. Well, maybe not. Shoxy just catching him out. If he gets towards the Econ there was a serious chance. That sort of plant there, he could have done that. Didn't have a smoke to deny and vision either. There it is, 6-0 for G2. These rounds haven't been too hype as of yet, Matt.
Not
we
at
haven't
all.
had to start shouting and screaming just yet.
I'll tell you what is hype. Look at the money for G2.
Oh, yes, MBK. $14,000. That's not bad, is it? Body not far behind on 13K. Frag. VP haven't really come in touching distance or picking up a round as of yet. And yes, and MBK the double orb setup. Like, I'm really not a fan of this on Nuke. There's a lot of players that aren't. But it can be good for like 1 or 2 rounds just to throw it in. At ramp, it can be very powerful indeed. I'm sure that's where MBK will be heading. It is indeed. Have a rough time shutting this down. See, quite an easy spam when the smoke goes down. Straight line, scare them off. You focus more players towards upper bomb side as well. With the AWP outside of Kenny S. On a ramp, just sets up mobile fragging units in the upper site if required.
MBK still staring toward the ramp room. It's downed as well. I thought the jump across, he didn't even take the bait. He would be ready for the second shot, but the speed favors Pasha once more as MBK falls. Shox trying to play cleverly on top of the railing to see above a smoke. It's not a bad decision to try and do so. It's creative, but it doesn't work out.
Considering they lost that first pick, might as well have stayed for the duel itself. Can't hit that single bullet, but BI certainly can. It's going to be the 4-on-2 now, but Kenny S still alive in the vents, but Molotov down. That should be the round, and VP's first. As the bomb comes through, Kenny S, I don't think, can deny this with the smoke down there as well. He's going to hit that shot, though, or maybe not. It's up to Body to try and get something done here, but I think this round is done, and maybe this might fall back. We'll see.
It's Chuck Kenny to take down Snacks. Any kill they get matters at this point. As you say, they are going to fall away from it. I think Kenny will try and get over toward ramp, or at least closer to it. Nope, just save the op. But every kill matters as VP will hit their first round. 6-1, a reset, a factor. They keep 3 alive. Majority of players, that's the important part. Body and Kenny will go all the way to their spawn.
Well, baited out. It's the AWP at the ramp room. Like I said, it can be very powerful there, but Virtus Pro reading it. They baited out the AWP shot. They know Kenny S is always going to be a factor on this map. He likes to change position almost every single round. It wasn't Kenny waiting for them, it was MBK. Here's the secondary AWP, quite a recent swap from Shoxy. Doesn't take the shot as he crosses over. It certainly distracts him for a few milliseconds, and then Pasha peeks out. Nice reaction from him. Takes down MBK. Shoxy then has to take the duel outside. He had the smoke down, as you pointed out. A good smoke. He had vision of them, but couldn't quite hit the shots. 5-on-3 that couldn't be recovered by GT, but they can reset Virtus Pro here. Wouldn't be the harshest of resets with 3 players surviving on the T side, but definitely still a factor. Down the fence already.
He tried to fire into that smoke. Snacks is down already, and I don't think they have any idea because Kenny was still pre-firing in towards Squeaky Door. Rotations, none as of yet. And Snacks is hoping that they can bait a rotation toward him. He's just going to sit toward decontamination. In fact, MBK, the first player that would rotate in a position or situation where in which vents were lost from ramp, hasn't even considered it. Kenny, meanwhile, still waiting for the cross. I still have no idea that Snacks is below, and the cross comes at a time that Kenny cannot see, or lost his vision from heaven by rotating down below. Now the vent rotation comes in, and Snacks just waited. That was entirely set up. Once he got there, they changed the play entirely to bait someone down to his gun. He finds the kill. Apex will be wondering how he got down there so quickly, and now it's MBK that has to get back in the site.
That's so perfect from Snacks. What an amazing call there. You can see it all working out nicely, but it's up to MBK to try and deny the plant. Gets nothing out of it. Another savior, I think. And Snacks getting down. That was the factor. GT just didn't react. They were hoping it wasn't the case. But now 5 on 3. Shoxy outside still as well. The bomb planted. They can go for this retake, but it's just not required. They still have a huge lead. Money's still available to them. Let's not throw it away in a very unlikely situation. It's not desperate at this point. They still have this huge lead. So allow VP to have it, but it all comes down to the positioning of Snax. So he gets that play down the vents. He's not finding any kills, but he's watching the vents, right? He's called. No one's got towards lower. If you can get towards Secret, those set smokes, you're going to be able to shut this round down. And Snax is still going towards T-spawn now as he finds one more. It's going to be Shoxy, the last remaining player here. He'll be desperate to stay alive, but not going to be the case. Now we've got a game on our hands. There's 2 rounds coming in a row for VP, but weaponry saved. Previous round means...
Yeah, the reset avoided.
It's, well... But VP definitely winning the round. That's a wireless mouse there from MBK, just to note. Well, a few of them have got it. Yeah,
Cloud9 members are starting to pick them up quite a bit. I think Stewie and Automatic are both onto wireless now.
I'm just so old and the technology was so bad when I was a player.
It was awful. I remember the first wireless mouse my brother got. He thought it was like a great idea, and it died.
A lot of people
every day.
Like everyone's getting on board with it.
Well, if the technology's there. I didn't like electric cars at first either. All kinds of things that grow on you over time.
Dude, little pause there. As we said, money's still okay for G2. Had a fantastic start here. 6 rounds in a row for them. The VP fighting back. Looking pretty strong as well. Just great understanding of the map there. It's getting Snax down so quickly. That won the round single-handedly. They had no control of lower whatsoever. And they didn't even check the right-hand side of the vent when they were rotating G2. Punished for it. Round over. Round number 9. All for Pasha. Hasn't really had significant impact yet, that AWP. Hasn't had to. He smoked off towards the ramp, waiting for any aggressive play. Apex above the squeaky door here on the hut. Well, for now, it looks like they're edging towards the ramp, and that's where MBK has been waiting for them.
Ooh, good find as well. Headshot angle, Taz. As he missed a few shots, he overstayed his welcome. Taz got him back.
Yeah, he didn't have to stay that long. The objective of ramp players, if you can get 1 kill and stay alive, that's it. That's all you have to do. He got carried away with the spray. I think he definitely had time to fall back there, but still, it's Bialy. Fighting back, he'll take the advantage, and Kenny S now has to hit some magnificent shots. There's one, looking for the second here, but the smoke down.
Oh, no.
Had a chance to deny the plant, but won't be happening this time.
Got overwhelmed as well. The flash didn't catch him, it went through his legs, but he couldn't find the shot toward Taz, who continues to wrap around to watch the vents. Vents are being watched from either side, but Shock still wins out, and Snax has to retake the same angle, but Pasha gets toward Toxic with the op again.
Yeah, so
he
smart.
finds space.
Yeah, really well played, perfectly timed.
Doors are closed as well. Snax does not have to peek. I think G2's going to try and look to get away. If they're going to commit this time, Pasha goes back out, gets ready! Pasha, this is the best you've played in ages. 3 kills again on the AWP.
What the hell was that final shot? The audacity to challenge Kenny S there when he knows he's going to re-peek. Another headshot delivered by Pasha when it felt like it was all falling apart. They got the bomb down, but how are they going to recover from it? Pasha finds something out of nothing. 3 rounds in a row now, the money being whittled down. I think they might have 1 buy left. They will have a look as we get into the next. Yeah, it's not the best though. 4 M4s and a UMP, lacking utility, lacking kits, no AWP. Oh my goodness, Pasha, as I said going into that round, he hasn't had to do much with the AWP, but given the opportunity, he'll certainly deliver, especially in this series. Round number 10, VP win this, the money is broken, and then they'll be potentially getting close to tying things up as well. 3 rounds in a row for them. Smokes deployed outside. Play that was unbelievable.
Has the balls to open the door back up as well with an op and say, nah, I'll just go back into the site I left. Angle held well. Smoke goes from Snax. Should go backside. Okay, so it actually lands below. I thought that was the one that landed on top of the catwalk, but it actually goes just behind. Either way, it covers off anyone playing up close on the CT side with guns. Could isolate toward the main entrance. Shock's inside of it. Neo's just on the other side of the smoke, but he'll continue around the crate instead. Good position for Kenny, all things considered. With that much pressure outside, especially with a teammate to work with. Shox from down below will take down Bialy, and I think the positioning right now from G2 might be enough to catch out VP.
Good work by Shox there, the lesser weaponry. Next towards catwalk, gets the first kill. Serious chance to convert this now. Kenny S, I love this. Behind that air conditioning unit, such a strong position. But Taz, ahead of the curve, manages to actually take him down there. Good flash as well. Body has to retreat. Taz, hungry for blood, and so is Neo. Body gets it done, but Snax is coming, and he can't hold on. It's going to be a 2 versus 1 now. MBK up against 2, but the pre-fire comes in. Pasha now, the hero of the previous round. AWP still in hand, and gets the wallbang in. Very well done by MBK. What a prediction. just when they needed him as well. It all starting to fall apart. A lot of pressure applied in the upper bomb site. They win the round map, but another 1 versus 1. G2 don't have the cash, and here's the replay of this sensational play. What is this shot?
He didn't even think of that position. He was already going for this shot first. That is so sick against Kenny. Just to go back to that was obviously the last round Virtus Pro won.
Yeah.
Round 10, I guess.
It's difficult not to
9,
reference those rounds that come on the screen.
No, absolutely, you have to. But just to go back to the previous round as well, Body did get taken down quickly by an O-scope from Pasha again at the top of the ladder, but it was so much good work from MBK just staying alive on the floor.
Yeah, absolutely.
All in from Neo. They'll send him first. He's got the pistol, so why not? It's Kenny down below with an AWP. He could easily overwhelm him as well. Jump the corner, doesn't. Not known that the AWP was there, but Snacks, once he did, made no mistake. The potential crossfire position gone, but they're not looking. Pasha again saves the day.
How is he hitting these shots? Just when you think it's impossible, he pulls out another quick scope. He's been hitting those all day. Bomb down, landed in smoke. It's MBK who's waiting towards Shadow, but will be dropped as well. Taz with the refrag potentially here. Swaps the barrel, clean execution. Kits available, Matt. This is a really tough round. A full reset coming through potentially here. And Shoxy has to make something happen.
By his best, Taz. Good find from below in the dark spot, but the fact that they wrapped around below it as well, Shox was able to get the kill. He knows he's in a one-on-one. Molotov's not going to matter if Bialy's already outside of the vents, but it catches him. Doesn't matter. Round is gone.
A little bit confusing there.
No, it was, but it was more the fact that he got the gun down, I suppose, but somehow he got the kill off just in time. That goes to show you, though, that if he didn't hit the bullet, it might have made a difference. I didn't think it was going to touch him at all.
That wallbang kill. Said that's the harsh reset. The round they won came down to only a single player surviving. Round number 12, Virtus Pro with the advantage, and G2, just to note, have gone all in. They only had like $1,400 per player, so they've gone for armor, CZ, a little bit of utility. Lose this, they're down to even more of a full eco, and that's a chance for Virtus Pro to tie things up once again. This has been great. Now we're starting to get heated up here with some of the spectacular shots and great tenacity from Virtus Pro. It's being 6-0 down. They've looked good. Snacks now might find himself in a spot of bother. Players around him with those CZs, which are very difficult to manage at close range. Arguably powerful against the SMGs at points as well. Anyway, didn't expect them to purchase that, but it might not matter. Snacks opens things up, takes down Body. Pasha, in equal fashion, finds a headshot towards lower, and it's going to be now the CZ trying to do what he can. MBK with a chance to find the frag. 5-on-2, Kenny S and Shoxy. They can't win this. Shoxy will get one in return. Neo, no need to plant here. It's right above him. Won't be able to stop the bomb here, but could get one more kill.
Right to Kenny. That's a way to get a kill. Pasha just standing there. Gun sticks through the vents, and Kenny says, thank you very much. I'll take the headshot all day long. Still, though, the bomb ticks, and Kenny's in a 1 versus 3. Smoke out the backside. He wants to try and peek off of it. I think he's got to give it up at this point, so up the ladder is the best bet, but well read ahead of time. Oh, they didn't see each other. That, or excuse me, the other way around. Snacks saw Kenny, but Kenny not seeing Snacks. It's still going to be an exchange, and Snacks gets it through the smoke. Yes, take a bite of that Twix.
Get the Twix out. It's a lovely biscuity chocolate bar. Can't go wrong with that. There will be another round on the board for Virtus Pro up against the Force Buy. Sure, it only looked like pistols, but that's all the money G2 had available, and those pistols, especially in the hands of those sort of players, can be very difficult to manage. Virtus Pro coming out on top, and it will be the full eco now for the French side. That idyllic start they had has been somewhat shut down. Just like the default pistols, I'd imagine. Yeah, exactly that. 4 of those, and Shoxy with the P250. It's going to be 7-6 all day long. Virtus Pro, after being 6-0 down, can still come back and win the half on the T side of Nuke. Storyline that would be.
Pasha's just waiting as well to see if there'll be any pressure applied from inside of Secret. Shox is actually heading that direction, as he's done multiple times. He's been there quite a few rounds. 7-5 is very good from Virtus Pro, considering the start they had to be down 6-0. Obviously as well, no pistol bonus for them. Bonus in that they had the economy advantage, which now they certainly have, as Bialy gets spotted out even still from NBK. Gets the shot of return. Now they'll go to work. Outside pressure, won't matter. The smoke's down, they're isolated, they're covered off, and Bialy can't quite spot toward the last player. Apex jumping over top of the crate, but Pasha finds him.
Good work. Really too exciting to report in that round. Just another day in the office of the Virtus Pro side. Clean sweep. Now we're coming to final few moments of the first half. G2 settled down after getting up 6-0. Virtus Pro just with Pasha again, man. I was thinking, oh, he doesn't have to do too much here. Nuke's a difficult map to make the AWP really do much of, especially towards the late stages of the round as well. Well, that's where he's been doing his best work. Another difficult round in for G2. M4s are out, sure, but body armor across the board. No defuse kits, no AWP, no incendiaries. It definitely paints a picture. Quite the grim one, as MBK has been caught with the refrags before. That's what he needs to be doing. Get that kill and fall back. Don't need to outstay your welcome. And hold the corner now as his teammates rotate in as well. Has a chance to come and retake ramp if required, but I don't think he has to here. You've got the 5-on-3. He's played it correctly this time.
No, he's going to go all the way around to Turnpike. This will hold rotation, but MBK is slipping back up, and I'm not sure they're ready for this. They think they've pushed him well out of the picture, but Bielli checks just in time. And on top of checking, he's got Apex down as well. Neo, he catches shocks. The push forward to catch rotations, and they've walked directly into him. He nearly gets caught with a nade, and somehow he still hits the shot.
This is really, really questionable from G2 now. What are they playing at? They had a 5-on-3. They're trying to retake ramp. Just hold the crossfires. You haven't got kits. Just don't give anything away. It's body now in the 3 versus 1, and that is a round you will have to forget if you're the G2 side. That could be the end of it. Horrible decision making, and unfortunately, a huge advantage thrown away. That's it's difficult to watch at times. I even said at the start, get that kill, you've done it. You've even got the 5-on-3. Hold the lower sight. If all your objective then is to get one kill, which is so easy to do, I should say. Towards lower. You've got so many nooks and crannies to hide in. Just get a refrag. That's absolutely possible. The auto shotgun comes out, and VP could very well win the half right here, right now. Apex with a bit of a desperate buy. Haven't seen this in a while. Hiko, are you kidding me?
Yeah, this is absolutely true. Hiko loves playing that position with it. Apex, quite as patient as Hiko plays it. No way, Pasha.
It's happening.
May have potentially bit off more than he could shoot past. You're trying to get that no scope up toward the top of hut. Left himself quite open, easily visible. Apex does find one on the shotgun in the end. Up down, T-side up. Kenny backs off. Amos finds Biawi as he's not ready for the peak. It is happening, Henry. Slips up late on catwalk, and he's got confidence to get all the way at least to heaven because Neo's watching the 2 points at which he would be peaked from. Body directly below at the silo. Kenny beside it on low HP. Body's back is turned. Who does he fire first? If he has the trigger discipline, he could easily find Kenny. If he fires immediately, Kenny could turn back. I take it back. Body's turned around. So Body is watching, and he hits the headshot. That's going to put pressure on Taz, and the peak's going to come in perfectly timed. As he pulls the flashbang to support his teammate, Snacks goes down the vents. That's going to pull the shotgun after him, which actually buys space, but the shotgun chasing works, and it goes 8-7.
Who would have thought the auto shotgun is the hero of the round? It's Apex to find the first kill at Squeaky Dawn. I guess Pasha maybe outstaying his welcome in that position. Taken down. It is deadly in that upper bomb site. Down the vent as well. Also close range encounters, and it comes out on top. So a round stolen away there by G2, and they actually end up winning the half there, but not the half they wanted with a 6-0 start. Some highlights is one of the opening gun rounds. Famas in hand. Work as well. What a frustrating half towards the end though from G2. That 5-on-3 though, Matt, that would be, I'd have to take a pause after that one. I'd be so gutted of the way they approached it. Like, how disappointing for a world-class team to be reacting in that manner.
Yeah,
in a 5-on-3.
Yep. And okay, yes, they win the half and the round immediately after, but that doesn't ultimately make up for the fact that they could have had a 9-6 half.
It just shows you where they're at right now. They're really shaky and rattled. Like, there's just no need for it.
So what character do we see from G2 on the pistol round? Because they've thrown some versatility into the mix on Nuke. With a few different rounds, a few different iterations of utility on smokes that have gone toward heaven. We saw that was obviously the first one they did with the run through ramp room and then Turnpike to get up the ladder. We've seen a few smokes outer with a wrap to the main entrance. They go standard formation and just try and beat Virtus Pro down in sheer force. Not quite on Pasha's level, but he's trying. Speak of the devil.
He is.
We'll get back underway then, shall we, Hank?
You'd hope so. Let's do it.
If you don't mind.
I do not mind whatsoever. His Pasha had a very slow start into the game, but certainly got nice and warm as clutch moments came through. Some sensational play on Cash and on Nuke as well. I'd say he's been the MVP of this series so far, maybe by some considerable margin. Kenny S, by his standards, been relatively quiet. 5 sets of armor for the VP side, and we have got quite a tactical approach from G2 here. 3 smokes, 2 sets of armor, and made as well. An upgraded pistol for Shoxy. This is quite interesting. This could be the full outside execution with the smokes. Not necessarily required, but it does definitely block you, making it all the way down, or being able to spot it going all the way down. Nice little bit of damage there. Going to be Taz to defend towards the lower side.
In the control room as well. Shox already bypasses him. What a shot from Body. And he's got control room covered. Shox has the vents. Body continues to be impressive as he takes down Pasha. Finally, Neo gets a response. Shox won his duel. But Neo, as soon as I get excited, decides that he's had enough of that as well. He gets taken down by Apex.
That's quite cool. You can see the objective of that. Get towards lower as quickly as possible. Get Shoxy set up in the vents with that automatic pistol. And then Body, I guess part of the tactic, he kills everyone. It will be Snacks now left in 3 versus 1. No kit available. It's very unlikely he does much more than this than a couple of kills. Can't even manage that. It's Apex down to 1 HP. Just going to be trying to hide at this point. Can't do it. So Snacks will be dropped as well. I love that play. Just get the CZ in towards the vents, because anyone dropping down, you just mow them with the CZ 75. G2 now winning both pistols. Remember, they had the 6-0 start. His Body, really nice work towards Secret, then lower the ramp. Headshots all over the place. Again. You'll see a force buy from Virtus Pro. We'll find out now. Good indeed. CZ, Scout, and Snacks. The P250 is Pasha, who's been finding everything with the Scout itself. He gets dropped the Scout and gives himself head armor. So he's feeling confident. And G2, normally a team that like buy up or like Mac 10s and stuff like that, they'll be having rifles across the board. Quite nice to see.
It's true. It's a good point. We don't see it as often anymore. These guys are old school.
Yeah.
It's a team. And the benefit of it is the SMGs that get you more kill reward. You can build more up with them. You can afford to go for the bonus round. And if you lose one, it's not the end of the world, because you're just going to reinvest either into a rifle, likely into a rifle in most situations. If you can keep all 5 rifles up, then it absolutely has its benefits in the same respect. But as soon as you have to reinvest a bunch, so if this round gets costly, that's when they... I think that's why a lot of teams get discouraged by them early.
Yeah.
Pasha nearly got the headshot. That was all that showed.
Axe coming in though, and he gets taken down. Once. Have an area, still with 95 HP, but this is looking like a very convincing round for G2, staying as a tight fragging unit. Unlikely they get denied anything here. Starts hitting precision headshots at this point.
Got that one not tagged. Finally, he gets one of them. Kenny, it looked like was hit twice. Now Apex touched.
He's hit another one.
He's got 3 shots that have done massive damage, but unfortunately, I don't think anyone else is going to pursue because they've got some investment into the pistols. So it's all for naught.
It is, but he definitely gave him an opportunity there. Snacks getting that intel.
Yeah, he's fancying it. 2 kills would be something. Get one as well, finds Kenny. That was one of the low tag players sitting around 30 HP. They know he's inside of the vents now, but what's his plan? Instead, actually, this is even better because he's funneled them directly toward where his teammates are. The alley could actually, with the CZ, find no one at all. But then, okay, Pasha's still around. I thought he would just try and run with the scout, but instead, okay, so they get 1 more than they should have. If they had found 2 kills on the exit, all due to Snacks pushing down the vents, I would have thought that was brilliant.
Yeah.
Now it's just average.
Good shots here by Pasha there. A little quick scope once again. Seems to be his calling card in this series. Managed to win the round there. There was the force buy from the CT side. But nice approach there from G2. Got the opening pick towards lower. As we said, staying as a tight fragging unit. Towards lower. Definitely took some damage, but ultimately 3 players surviving. Round 1. Full eco for Virtus Pro in the next round. And on the T side as well. So this is looking pretty healthy. NBK with the Mac 10. 4 AKs around him. And just a CZ and a P250 for the CT forces. Snacks. These upgraded pistols, and they'll have a little stack towards RAM. I think absolutely everyone's going to be here having a party.
I like parties. Two still with the lead. And if the momentum seemed to not be going their way at all in the second quarter, I guess, if you will. Side with Shocks. Not much Virtus Pro can do so in the stack at ramp. A gamble that will not pay off, I'm afraid. No sooner will I say that when they all rotate lower and somehow find kills, but for now it certainly has not paid off. Search everywhere. Pasha's already down below. Bomb needs to go upper, therefore. Bomb's not willing to commit yet until they know that the upper side is for sure clean and clear, which it now is. So they'll run it in and get the plant finally. MBK would love to run around and get a few kills right now with the Mac 10. Chase, as Neo does go down, they won't go any further. Looked like they would just try and get a few kills on the board by getting him, but now he's starting to farm up the cash. That's exactly what he wants. He'll continue around the corner as well as Pasha. Snacks back off. Taz as well. Pasha's tagged. Both of them are very low, but either way, round done. I'm just talking for the sake of it at this point, Henry, to be honest, as Apex gets in position and G2 will find number 11. Now we get into the gun rounds for Virtus Pro.
Oh, we will indeed. G2, let's just notice, let's have a little recap, shall we, before we get into this one. Winning both pistols, it's G2 with the 6-0 start, 3-0 in the second half as well. So that's 9 rounds they've got at the beginning of 2 halves there. So it's going to be a massive disaster for them if this game slips by the wayside. But for now, it's looking pretty good. Let's see what we've got in store for this first gun round then. I'll have a look at the buys momentarily. No AWP available for VP. That's not the end of the world. Same story for G2 as well, but they are fully equipped. Not a single kit on the Polish side, or an incendiary either. So, luckily no rushing coming through by G2, so won't be punished for that just yet. Give it this first gun round. Can't really allow that bomb to go down towards lower. The retake will be such a nightmare of other kit itself.
Now he waits on top of Hut, body inside of the door. Smoke down instead. Covers both the window and the doorway when opened. His headset hangs rather loosely. Anyways, as he gives his ear a little scratch. Obviously inside booth, so they don't have to wear the noise canceling body. Is still hoping to get out the door at some point in time, and I think this will be the ticket. As Kenny sets back to nade it. As they call, Biawi has to be ready for it. Naded in, Molotov's out, smoke to Annex. Biawi's still sitting on the corner. Flashes are bypassing him, he's shot though. Body's gonna know that he's there. They won't commit to it, however. Instead, it's over to Ramp. Good lineup from Taz. 2 for him. Pasha lines up a third, but can't catch it. Taz tries to swing and go for the trade, but Body gets over in time, and we find ourselves in a 3-on-3.
Fantastic work there by Taz, almost getting more than 2, but still the 3-on-3. Neo in a great position here to shut this round down. It's Body who has to go absolutely wild here. Pre-fires towards the rafters. Neo with the double, that should be the round. It's Shoxy with 20 seconds remaining. 35 HP. Will make his way towards the vent. Bialy ready and waiting, gets the instant punish. First go round on the board for Virtus Pro. A little bit dicey towards the end there. The full execution from G2, basing out all the utility, potentially a rotation there as well. The VP don't take the bait. And Taz with the double frag. Couldn't get more than that. It was a good recovery by G2, but went back towards upper. And as we said, pre-firing the rafters, a very common position. It's so difficult to get out of the hut. Body didn't expect Neo to be so close. Double spray down and top fragging for them as well. 16-12. Money should be fine for the G2 side. You can see it being whittled down though. And AKs across the board once more. Whoever wins this round will send their opposition towards an eco, actually, so this is massive. Round number 20, and a fast play towards our side, at least for Apex and Body. Smokes are good. Ooh. Snacks won't be able to do anything about that. Gets a bit of damage off. Oh my goodness. Close there.
Not a ton of damage, but enough. Something to note. The M4s and FAMAS is more viable, perhaps. Just waits down below for them to enter through on secret. Body and Apex. The first to go in will smoke off Biawi immediately. The question is, does he push behind it? They're going to make a lot of noise to go toward decontamination. He decides to wait at control room stairs instead because he can always open it up and counter off the position. Apex is getting closer as well, as Taz not willing to commit to the site yet. Smoke dissolves back to the same position. Biawi's caught Body going back. Now, that might suggest they are leaving the site, that they're not actually going to go on to B, and Apex is swinging through. Taz had no idea, so they still get some ground to work with, but Biawi's more than aware the bomb is not committed to B.
35 seconds here. Will be near to take one down in the lobby area, but that gives him the advantage in the final play. Looks like he'll be coming towards lower potentially as Kenny S goes for the plant.
And that all has to do with the second kill, not Biawi. They let him go by getting Taz. They swing it around. Biawi's still alive, therefore finds Apex through the door. But it's slowly coming down to him being the factor. Neo gets toward the vents. Neither have a kit. Unfortunately, Neo in such a linear position gets tapped away by Shox. Biawi gets aggressive. Hole in the door. Kenny's able to spot him.
Good round there from G2, well recovered, especially Shoxy from the ramp area. There's tapping away at the vent itself, gets the headshot, secures the round, and that's going to be a really harsh reset for VP as well in the closing few rounds of Nuke. They've won both pistols, had great starts on either half, and it's looking likely to convert this map to a victory as well. This was VP's pick, but G2 certainly no slouches on it either. We have the stats coming into this one. In 2017, G2 have got a 7-1 record. It's going to be better. It's going to be all the Revolver just to know it's coming out. It's VP with 11-2. The Revolver for Snacks.
All right,
I don't
Snacks.
know why he's making this a thing.
He's done it before.
Got one kill of it before, true.
One kill. That's good enough. Name another gun that if they had one kill on, we would mention it.
Negev.
Okay, fair enough. I'll give you that. MBK had 5 once.
Did he?
On overpass at Sandbags. Maybe that was... No, that was MBK, I'm pretty sure. Might have been Happy, I can't remember. It's when I was a very young boy. I don't remember.
Take the Revolver over the Deagle into the server. That's a statement in itself.
I'm electing to go. Quick 2-second pre-bolt.
I just want it to work. Don't get me wrong. I want to see it work. Break the game.
Make 1,000 kids on matchmaking switch their loadout. Pasha goes up. Flash was there, but he couldn't find the shots against Kenny, and Snacks goes down without a fight.
Could have been the start of something great. If he gets that kill at Secret, he gives Snacks a bit of time there to work at the Revolver. He could have got a kill, but that was a bit of a whiff from Pasha. That range of the CZ, you expect him to find the kill. This is looking likely to be quite the clean round now from G2. 13-8 will be your scoreline. Money still won't be fantastic on the VP side going into round number 22. It's Neo. Dead now, of course, as Apex takes him down. One bullet in the side of the head.
Makes no mistake about it.
Need to make a decision here. Do they take a pause? And so they will be buying, but what's the play? We haven't seen the AWP once really in the second half. The Revolver more than we have seen the AWP. There's a stat for you. Navarika, as I said, before they take a pause and consider it, I don't have the money in front of me, but I could take a guess that it was not enough to buy here. So they could allow G2 to get to 14-8. The Revolver's out again. We get to see this once more.
Come on, Railgun. That's enough. Sit down, son. Stay humble.
I don't know why it's being a thing in this tournament.
Gotta have some fun here and there, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Never take life too seriously. You'll, I don't know, something like that. Shox. It's flashed in. It doesn't catch Neo, but it doesn't matter. He doesn't have a gun. And it all gets finished off by Apex as well. 14-8. Virtus Pro not finding much on the CT side of Nuke at all. Economy's been an issue. If they can get one, maybe there's something they can jump into and pull this back, but it's going to be very difficult at this point in time.
Conservative approach. The fact that didn't force into that round, they probably could have got Famises and a couple of M4s. Here we go, do or die time for the Polish side. Looking to make massive comeback here. Pasha on the AWP. Time in the second half. 4 and 4s, no kits once again. That's been a massive problem. The Revolver is in the back pocket of Shoxy, just to know. You get a chance to see it again. Watch outside at this point. Shoxy Silo and GT have already made their way down towards lower, but Taz is ready and waiting. He probably gets taken down here, just about getting away with it. Knows there's a chance he gets dropped, and 3 kills come in for Virtus Pro. Putting down the fast approach very quickly indeed, and it will be Kenny S, the final player for G2 in the 5 versus 1. But it's still beneficial, man, just to get any kills he can. We know the money's running low here. Don't let them get back into this game. Should be dropped here. Good play from Taz. Really calm stuff. He's like very cerebral today. Every situation just maximizing his chances of winning the round.
He's had enough.
Had enough.
He is finally deciding to don the cape and be the hero. Dig deep, find the form. It's all about, by the way, this economy battle. Like I say, they got to 14 rounds. There's still a chance Virtus Pro can pull this back.
Oh, absolutely.
Now that they've got
16 at the top, there's always a chance.
Oh, absolutely. Well, okay, yes. Fat Lady sings and all that. But more importantly, where they just kept pretty much everyone alive, everyone indeed alive, so they build the economy up. They avoid potential reset for the next round. And it gives them even a lifeline to buy and play for overtime. So they've just got to build a bank and stay in this.
Well,
shit out.
Keeping 5 players alive in certain rounds, that's going to help. And here's Taz. I thought he goes down here. Timing's just about save him. Second kill was great. Body just wasn't ready for that angle. Gets the third as well as Kenny S dropping down from silo. Takes him on. And here we go. Round number 24. All about once again, this time for Kenny S as well. Money pretty decent for the GT side, as you can imagine. They get a full buy here. Finally, some kits for VP as well. Number 24. Smokes towards outer. They've been very good at getting towards secret here. Make no mistake about that. G2 haven't given much away in that respect. And that's why previous iterations of Nuke, and CSGO especially, have got quite stale, because every team would just run this same strategy of those smokes. There's not really much you could do about it.
Snacks has tried to look through the smoke with the same sort of external vision he had last time, but couldn't find the shots. He's subsided the fact the position is lost, and Biawi has to rotate down toward decontamination stairwell. Snacks is therefore closer at Big Garage if they go backwards or if there's a chance to flank. He'll go now. Biawi's already confirmed 1 quick kill. He's not committed yet, but Biawi's still holding his position. Will take the bomb down out of Apex's hand. The fact that he spotted that, he can call for the rotation. Kenny immediately gets a response. Snacks can't leave Big Garage, however. 2 players still outside holding him in place, MBK and Shox.
He's so brave. Goes down to 40 HP, goes to the spam. It was almost dead on as well. It's Shoxy stuck out on the red crate there.
That's a spam you may not do with the A1 or A4, excuse me.
Yeah. Oh!
Okay, that's fine. Forget spray. What a shot from Shox.
Unbelievable. 1 tap from hell. And then we'll be 30 seconds remaining. Taz in a great position here, though. This is the sort of plays where you need 1 kill, deny that plant, and that's the round. MBK doesn't really have the time to check towards that position. They could be splitting towards upper as well. Shoxy, with the godlike timing here, will be coming behind them from the ladder position. Pasha, he's almost certainly dead here as Shoxy comes in, but it might be too late. The bomb needs to be denied, and Taz certainly doing a good job of that.
Oh my god,
no,
I thought Shoxy was going to be found. Taz knows he's there. He has time to get out from the dark spot, even though it was cold, and he swings. You nailed it, Henry. Taz had the position. You made no mistake. We're up to 14-10.
Yeah, absolutely. Gets that 1 kill, and Shoxy, it was a sloppy kill, but regardless, he wasn't going to win that round. Maybe he gets the second frag on Taz, but doesn't have a huge outcome in the round. This certainly did, though. Bialy gets the call. They've made their way down towards Secret once again. He gets the double kill there. I say only. He gets 2 kills. Kenny S finally takes him down, but that was enough to buy some time, and Taz to get towards the shadow area and lower. It's the big kill, and it's starting to fall apart a little bit here for G2 now. This will pretty much be their final buy, looking for match point. AKs across the board. Slightly limited in utility. A couple of Molotovs to work with, though. Get into round number 25. This game is going to be going all the way. That was a risky play from Apex. No smoke to cover him there. He's made it, though. Undetected at least as well. Bialy looking towards the hut. Can cover Squeaky as well. Won't take the shot just yet, but Pasha certainly will. Good lord, takes him down. Combat AWPing on the bomb site floor. Now they have the advantage.
Pasha to the top of the hut. Apex will already be clearing toward lower as well. Body awaits his fate on entrance. Now he's hoping he tries to get toward the vents quick enough and he can catch him up before doing so, but with ramp already open and reasonable territory gained, more so watch Apex, because Taz, yep, no idea, down. That opens ramp entirely. Pasha's here nearby, but it's the shots toward the ramp room and radio, rather, excuse me, that he has to find first. They actually backed off that. I thought they would chase him around the corner.
With the time they have remaining, you think that would be the call, but the bomb will be planted here. It's the advantage for VP, but maybe not for long. Apex looking to nail this shot, but can't do it. It's Snax chasing him down, capitalizes. Huge advantage now for the Polish side, but still KennyS alive with the AWP.
Doors not yet open. Hole in it. Did they spot it? Usually a hole indicates someone's definitely in there trying to play it. Kenny was. He found Neo. He was traded back. And Pasha was arriving slowly the whole time. The man they didn't chase finds the way back in.
Correct. Shoxy left in a difficult situation in terms of the clutch. Almost got that kill on the rotating Pasha of the AWP, but taken down with the CZ75. Apex found in the opening. He was down towards lower. Nice and quick. Found Taz at the ramp room. That was their chance to strike, but it wasn't enough. Bomb planted. KennyS locked in towards Toxic. They have got money still. G2 with third stage loss bonus and bombs going down in the previous round as well. Shoxy just to know 25 kills. Above water, financial respect. And they'll have MBK, the only compromise really with the UMP. 4 AKs around him. Down about a 5 VP it seems. Just break the money of the French side. They'll be so close to tying things up.
Yeah, he wants to the door. Yeah, once more. He
didn't get detected it before, right? It was
no.
Pasha that took the aggro away.
He was never spotted once in this position. Spotted many times on top of the hut, but not there. As Kenny is still on the other side, AK in hand.
Execution coming in from G2 here. A set piece, we call this. You line up smokes, molotovs, flashbangs, objective. Get the bomb down and up, and maybe sneak it down towards the ramp, but it's a coordinated approach that's been practiced.
Smoke we saw being lined up is the Heaven smoke. Only one Molotov. Apex has that. If it gets bounced down as well, Shox has left the roof already. We believe that Apex is still up there. Wash out, door open, Neo above, he'll pull the aggro from Biawi. They're gonna go in, check it from the window, he still finds two, nearly sprays it back to get Kenny as well.
Good lord, very well done by Bialy, but it might not be done just yet. KennyS with the bomb, gets a double kill, should be able to get the plant here as well and keep the money strong for G2. Definitely gets the bomb at this point, and he'll be looking to clutch this out. Definitely capable of doing so. He's got full HP, but maybe not so much anymore. He gets his head blown off by Pasha, but good effort. 2 kills and the bomb down means they can keep buying that. That's the aim of the game. Keep applying that pressure. Not allowing VP to have a second to calm down here. Getting deeper and deeper into the loss bonus. I think they're at the 4th stage now. Bomb going down, an extra $800 per player. That was the set piece, but Bialy, as we said, didn't get spotted in that position before. He gets one from the hut and then drops down. 2-man spray down with low HP. Great stuff. Looking for the 2-0, Virtus Pro. The chase in the CT side, and like I said, money's still fine with G2 if you're not losing so many rounds. Orbs out for KennyS, albeit a glass cannon. Mini has no protection or comfort of armor. He'll go towards that squeaky pick here and presumably find it. Oh, maybe not. It's Bialy that gets tagged up, but how is he still alive? There it is. Body finally takes him down. Bit of a misplay with the smoke being brought out. And Shoxy looking to pick up the pieces here as he makes his way towards main. But Neo very aware of that prospect. Smokes him out.
Yep, absolutely. Good read by Neo.
Oh, Snax is going to love.
Called that one's gone to the roof. Skylight's being blown out late. They're going to try and flash Shox in.
They don't have any flashes.
They don't. That's true. They've got 2 smokes.
Bit of a problem to get in towards upper with no flashes at all. Heaven perhaps eradicate one of the risks.
Shox goes now. Does find the shot on Neo, and a good find by MBK as well. Map point certainly close enough by. It's almost within reach for G2. Pasha wants back up on AWP from Vents. This is tough. More so because he's lost Taz. He's in a 1 versus 4. No idea that he's in this position. Oh my god, it's going to be tough to work with. MBK, does he see underneath of him? Doesn't. Pasha, he's got a smoke and a kit. Body still in position as well on top of the site. Oh, I think he's just been spotted. He was. Oh, man.
Good effort.
It was. I think it was actually MBK dropping down to leave through Squeaky that saw him in the window.
Yeah, well, he was trying to work out, is there any way I can win this situation? Is there anything that I can do? Is there a weakness here? I'm behind one of them. I've spotted the second, and then, like you said, he did get caught out. Maybe if he gets that first kill, drops the smoke, full defuse, there's like a maybe 5% chance he gets it.
That would have been so ridiculous. But it's map point G2. A third map might be possible. It's Inferno. It's Kenny S. Tries to get quickly into position outside. Shots out from the CZ75. They're pulled back as Apex gets the shot immediately back into Snacks, but it's MBK to follow up on Neo. And it's falling apart for Virtus Pro until such time that Pasha gets ready toward heaven. A decent find on MBK, but commits too far, and Body's able to take him down. And a 4 versus 2.
Third map potentially incoming now. It's a 4 versus 2. Bialy and Taz up against it. They have got a kip, a couple of flashbangs, but outnumbered and outgunned. This flashbang could do it. It's actually the smoke that locks him out of position as well. Bialy does find a headshot. There still could be a chance for this one.
Good shot indeed. Through the gap as well, he's got another. It's low HP for Apex! Taz and Bialy refuse to give up, and they get the site back.
Another huge lead for G2. They've lost 5 on 3s and now a 4 on 2. That's an unbelievable retake, and they've given so many targets before they even get near the bomb. G2 give up another huge play. Good lord, it's Bialy who seems to be looking incredible here on Nuke, and I can't believe G2 have let that happen again. They're trying to face at the same time and shut it down as quickly as possible, but they're not playing for the bomb. They give it up once again. First kill comes in, that's fine. Shoxy's just holding towards main, but the fact he gets given so many opportunities at this point, but that smoke's down as well. Kenny S didn't have to go for that. Body especially. It all falls apart, they're denied. Taking this right here, right now. They still have map point, of course, but they've lost their bonus, their build-up of cash. They get the bomb down, there'll probably still be another buy here, but lose this round, overtime very likely. You can see it's weak going into this one. Round number 29, Galil, 4 AKs. They do have smokes and flashbangs, 1 Molotov, but lose this, they'll only have $1,900 coming to the bank account. Someone was destined for overtime. They have to close it out now. They can't mess around. There's no chance in the 30 of just the pistols. What a retake. I thought we were over.
Yep. Starting to build up the Inferno storyline. Snacks tries to fire outside. He gets shocks down to 36.
Oh, the nade would have done it.
Unfortunately, yeah. Yep. Blocked on the way by. Snacks. No gap. Wants to try and swing in behind. Apex was ready. Snacks was too. Further damage. Neo combines. They spray them down. Bomb is dropped. And 15-14 looks likely. It's on to Kenny.
He's still got a chance in this one. It's 3 versus 1. Galil in hand wants to upgrade to one of those AKs on the floor. AK thrown out, and it will be the flashbang deployed.
Oh my god. Taz was behind him. It was smart. He didn't want to go for the AK because he didn't want to be caught without the gun at the ready. The flash bought him space, but not enough because Taz was behind him, and now we do get round 30.
And no bomb planted means that's almost no money. $1,900. That 4 versus 2 map. Do get better chances than that to close our maps. We know that our team is affected by those sort of outcomes, and here we go then, potentially the last round or the beginning of overtime. 1 AK-47, a Galil, 3 CZ. The scoreline's 15-14 in G2's favor on the T side of Nuke.
Shots through the smoke. No, he doesn't quite land it. Snacks. He's going to try and push. Or is he? He sits as always, patient as ever. He's going to wait. MBK is going to go over to the red crate. Snacks is going to end up being behind them. MBK considers it with a quick spam, but he hasn't figured it out. Snacks has maybe waited too long because they're already down in secret. Good find up close as Kenny continues to try and get forward.
This could still go either way with Kenny S and the AWP in hand. He'll get in the vents. This is brave. Spots nothing there, but he hits the shot regardless. Bialy might have given it up then. 3 on 3 as Neo rotates through. Snacks still so far removed. The bomb yet to be planted. It looks like Body's going to take care of that and get it down towards lower.
In the vents, the op becomes a shotgun almost with other tight choke points and narrow corridors, but it's the bomb plant that matters now for G2. Snacks works his way down. Body, he's going to cover off the flank from the back of Secret, and MBK, he kills off Snacks. It's Neo that gets in the side. He's in the open. The more missed shots he fires, the more chance he gets found. And Kenny finds him perfectly. They know Taz is in the side. A 3-man peek coming through. And I think G2's done just enough. It is Kenny S that will make sure of it.
Oh, they get through by the skin of their teeth there. 1 AK-47, a Galil, and CZ-75s. It's Kenny S with the AWP that hits a hell of a shot towards events. Bialy could have stopped it there and then and forced overtime. But they managed to avoid it after winning both pistols. A 6-0 start, 4-0 in the second half. G2 just about do it. Not in the cleanest of fashion, but it's done. And we're going to Inferno.
And Inferno should be awesome between these two teams. A hell of a win yesterday by Virtus Pro against FaZe on it. But it's G2 that have forced the series longer, and it was done by a good start. If you don't get those 6 rounds early on, if you don't get the economy rolling, I really don't think they would have been able to hold on toward the end of the game, because things definitely slipped away.
I absolutely agree there, and it will be disappointing for Virtus Pro, but what a comeback that was. Some of the plays they were making and some of the blunders G2 were presenting as well. The 5-on-3 at ramp comes to mind, the 4-on-2 clutch as well, giving it up to Bialy and Taz in that sort of manner, not even letting them get near the bomb. It was definitely a touch-and-go game, and with the start they had, G2, I think, will have a little bit of a discussion outside. That was a hollow victory at best, but they have made it to Inferno, and we'll throw it over to the boys to break this one down before we come back with that map.